The Witch of Ebonwood Hollow. In the sombre shadows of Ebonwood Hollow, where the gnarled boughs creaked like ancient bones and the mist wove a tapestry of eerie silence, a tale of transformation and vengeance unfolded. A tale of a woman who dared to defy the narrow confines of societal expectation and was met with fear, scorn, and ultimately, witchcraft itself. Once in a quaint village nestled by the hills, there lived a young woman named Elara. She was not unlike the other villagers in her early years, yet a subtle spark of independence flickered within her, a flame that drew the ire of those who clung to tradition. Elara, curious and bright-eyed, often wandered into the wilds surrounding her home, collecting herbs and learning their secrets. She understood the language of nature, the whispers of the wind, and the songs of the earth. Her heart danced with the rhythm of the seasons, and she found solace in the companionship of the creatures that dwelled in the shadows of the towering trees. But the men of the village were not kind to those who sought knowledge beyond the mundane. They viewed Elara's affinity for the natural world as a threat, an affront to their patriarchal supremacy. Whispers began to circulate, tales spun from the threads of ignorance and fear. "She speaks to the beasts," they would say, their voices laced with contempt. "She consorts with spirits." And so, the good-hearted Elara, who sought merely to heal and nurture, became a pariah, a figure cloaked in suspicion and malice. As the moons waxed and waned, the hostility from her neighbours grew palpable. They cast her out, branding her a witch, a term laden with the weight of their unfounded fears. Abandoned by those she once loved, Elara found herself standing at the threshold of the Ebonwood, a vast and shadowy expanse that whispered promises of refuge and acceptance. It was there, amidst the ancient trees and wild underbrush, that she discovered her true family. The forest welcomed her with open arms. The rustling leaves spoke of forgotten wisdom, the brooks babbled secrets of healing, and the creatures of the wild recognized her as one of their own. As days turned into weeks, Elara learned the sacred rites of the earth. She gathered knowledge from the very roots of the trees, from the dew-kissed petals of herbs that thrived in the dappled sunlight. She became attuned to the rhythms of the natural world, her spirit entwined with the secrets of the Ebonwood. Yet, the bitterness of betrayal festered within her heart, twisting her once gentle nature into something darker. The men who scorned her, who drove her from the warmth of their hearths, would soon learn the price of their cruelty. She had not sought this life of isolation. She had only wished to share the profound wisdom of nature with them. But now their hatred had forged her into an unyielding force, a witch in truth, though they had created her from their own fears. As Elara embraced her new identity, she began to weave spells of retribution. No longer would she be the soft-hearted healer. She would become a guardian of the forest, a sentinel against the encroaching ignorance of mankind. The very herbs she once gathered for healing now became instruments of vengeance. With each incantation, she infused the air with the essence of her wrath, and the woods hummed with her newfound power. The villagers, emboldened by their numbers, ventured into the Ebonwood, seeking to reclaim their lost sense of dominance. They sought to rid themselves of the witch they had conjured from their own malice. Yet, what they found was a realm transformed, a tapestry of shadows and whispers where the very fabric of their fears materialized. One fateful night, as the moon hung low and heavy in the sky, they encroached upon her home. Torches flickered like wayward stars, casting ghastly shadows on the trees that loomed around them. Elara, cloaked in darkness, stood at the heart of the hollow, her eyes gleaming with a feral light. The forest responded to her call. Roots twisted and vines slithered, ensnaring the intruders in nature's embrace. "Fools!" she proclaimed, her voice echoing like thunder through the stillness. "You have scorned me and called me witch. But it is you who have woven the fabric of this curse. I offered you love, and you returned it with hate. Now, You shall know the true power of nature unbound. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. The men, once arrogant in their numbers, became mere shadows of themselves caught in the web of their own making. The forest roared to life, a cacophony of unearthly sounds, the cries of beasts, the rustling of leaves, the low hum of ancient magic. They fell to their knees, pleading for mercy, but Ilara, now fully realized in her power, felt no sympathy. As the dawn broke, the village lay still, a haunting silence replacing the once familiar sounds of life. The men who had come to destroy her were never seen again, consumed by the very fears they had stoked. Ilara, now the witch of Ebonwood Hollow, had reclaimed her power, her spirit interwoven with the very essence of the forest. In the years that followed, tales of the witch spread far and wide, stories of a woman who had once sought only to heal, now a guardian of the wild, a harbinger of nature's retribution. Those who dared to enter the hollow spoke of the shadows that danced at the edge of their vision, of whispers that beckoned them deeper into the woods, where the line between fear and reverence blurred. And so Ebonwood Hollow remained a place of both dread and wonder, a testament to the transformation of a good-hearted woman into a force of nature, a witch forged in the crucible of scorn. Those who once feared her now spoke of her in hushed tones, warning their children to respect the woods, for within them lay not just the spirit of a woman scorned, but the very power of the earth itself, wild, untamed, and eternally vigilant.